We all have had those friends who talk about you behind your back and cheer you on to your face. The ones that would want you to succeed as long as you're not ahead of them. The ones that pull you down in the name of giving you a reality check. The ones who quite literally want to be you. These are the kind of people who have this innate fear and insecurity of someone being better than them. They're so scared that you're going to be better than them in a social setting that they will actually waste their time and energy creating a fake narrative about you and trying to sabotage you and pull you down. And let's be honest, most of the times they're successful in it too. But hey, remember, the only reason they're trying to pull you down is because you're better than them. And the only way to take that power back from them is to level up and control your reaction. So, it's time you identify fake friends so that you can control your reaction and be like, girl, I already knew you were a fake friend. Like, what are you talking about? Anyways, now I have designed this podcast to kind of serve as a guide on unraveling the whole concept of fake friends. This episode includes why friends are important, how to look for fake friends, how to recognize fake friends, types of fake friends, their motive or psyche, their effect on your personality, life, and mindset. Because believe me or not, it's true. Why are you attracting these kinds of people around you? Because friendship is two-sided, girly. And because you've attracted a friend like that, I think some self-reflection is also needed. The importance of knowing yourself to avoid such obstacles as well. Now, before we start, I just want to remind everyone that I'm not perfect. I've made mistakes. I am still making mistakes. So, whatever I talk about in this episode or in any episode of my podcast is my takeaway from a situation that I have been confronted with in the past, or even in the latest past, or even in the present. I believe in inspiring others by sharing my mistakes and learning. So, please remember this and don't put yourself down for any of your mistakes. This podcast is to motivate, inspire, and honestly spread the word. Spread the word about everything, about these fake friends. Anyway, so let's use my trauma to educate ourselves on the predators pretending to be angels. I'm so proud of this line. I came up with this line. I'm so proud of it. Okay, let's move ahead. Why friends are important and how to choose your friends, because girl, that's important. Okay, friends are people who you choose to surround yourself with. You choose to surround yourself with people who are not family or blood but might eventually become your chosen family. These are the people who love you despite your flaws, the people who constantly uplift you, inspire you, and obviously fill your cup, because that cup can't be empty. Friendships are one of the most important relationships for you humans because they allow you to build your own little support system. And all of this is the exact reason why you should really choose which kind of people you allow to be around and allow to be your friend. I think two most important pieces of advice I've gotten from all the creators I watch online. Like I like to watch Tamcore, I like to watch Wizard Liz, and then sometimes I'll come across other creators as well because I don't remember their names because I don't watch them frequently. So I have like combined all of their pieces of advice and I've come up with two wisdom nuggets that you could say which inspire me. So, one is being your friend is a privilege. Okay, remember, being your friend is a privilege. Second, don't become friends with people just because they're nice to you. Bro, Even a random stranger on the street would be nice to you unless they're a kidnapper. Then that's a different comparison, girl. But these two advices make it super simple to filter out the dirt, aka the fake friends. To make it more simpler, it is important to realize that being your friend is a privilege. Because when you look for friends, or when you decide to get into any relationship, whether it be platonic or romantic, you need to know what you bring to the table. You need to know yourself so well that the person cannot trick you or emotionally manipulate you into thinking any lesser of yourself. Knowing yourself, your goals, and your dreams is also crucial to be able to measure your compatibility with the other person and to avoid any sort of friction which might arise due to difference in core values. Now, this is where a lot of people get confused. You do not have to look for people who are exactly like you, because if you surround yourself with people who are basically copies of each other, then no one is contributing to anyone's growth and everyone's cup is left empty. And my dad explained this to me very nicely because he has like a lot of friends. And he said that it's okay to have friends with different goals, opinions, views of life, fashion sense, etc. But you need to recognize your core values and find someone who can align with those core values. So, for example, if your core values are compassion, respect, service, balance, stability, and your friends' core values are competition, independence, freedom, intensity, adventure, there will naturally be friction between the both of you. And hence, that will cause problems in the friendship, create toxicity. And another important thing to look at and keep in mind is that people who are nice are not always your friends. Meaning, a random stranger on the street will also be nice to you. But you need to know to choose people who will contribute to your growth, people who inspire you, who are leaders, and have no need to control you. People who support you and people who defend you are your real friends. Now, let's move on to the concept of fake friends and their types. Who are they? What are they? And to be honest, girl, why are they? Fake friends as humans are people who have so many hidden insecurities and so much unresolved trauma and conflict inside of them that they become bitter humans. The different kinds of fake friends you should be aware of. Number one, people pleasers, constantly seeking validation by seemingly becoming the bigger person, the nicest in the group, because other than being nice, they don't know how to add value to you or to other surroundings. They are constantly at the edge of being dropped by the friend group. Sadly, I pity them. Hence, being overly nice or being a doormat or being the yes man is their saving mechanism. These kind of people are poison. These kind of fake friends, they have so much unresolved inner turmoil that it will literally engulf and take you down with them. These are the people that will never defend you because it wasn't the nice thing to do. Like, girl, what? These people cannot see their friends succeeding without being absolutely jealous from the inside and comparing themselves with you. Like, girl, you could never be me, please. Please. The ones who want to be you. So, this is the second time. The ones who want to be you. Girl, they don't want to be your friend, baby. They want to be you. As soon as you let them in, they act like little termites eating up your light. They will talk like you, walk like you, dress like you, and still have the audacity to throw shade on you. Like, literally, think about that. These are the people who don't like themselves and make sure their friends also don't like them because of their habits. And they make sure to be friends with people who own their identity, who own up to themselves so that they can steal their identity. And these people, if you tell them, oh, I like this guy, I'm telling the next week, they'll be like, oh my gosh, I'm talking to the same guy. Third, the ones who are honest. To be honest, girl, shut up. Like, these kinds of friends just piss me off because anytime you're excited about something or something's happening for you, they're like, girl, I just want to be honest, like girl to girl. Like, I just want to be shut up. Shut up. And then they'll purposely say something that ruins the mood. And everyone wants a friend who's honest, but there's a very fine line between being honest and being truthful and just being plain and simple rude. Just rude. And out of pocket as well. Because some people are just out of line. And I'm like, do not, do not go there. Anyways, honesty without empathy is just cruelty in disguise. Okay? And truth without timing or kindness is just ego wanting to feel superior. People like that don't speak to help you grow, they speak to bring you down just a notch. So it's just a notch because if you just sink down, you're gonna realize, oh shit, that person's the problem. So it's very calculative in a manner where it's like they bring you down just a notch. So you're like, oh no, I'm like overthinking. I'm thinking too much. No, girl. Just trust your instincts, please. Anyways, to make sure you don't start feeling too good about yourself, they'll push you down just a notch to be on the same level as them. But we're not going there. We are not going there. It's not honesty, it's insecurity wearing a wise person's mask. And then we have the one upper. You know the type? The kind of girl who would announce she's pregnant at your wedding. These people are allergic to not being the center of attention. Every conversation, every achievement, every little moment that's supposed to be yours suddenly turns into a competition that you never even agreed to participate in. You say you got a new internship, she's already managing two. You mention you're going on a vacation, she's been there twice. And she'll make sure every single person in the room who wasn't even a part of the conversation knows about it. You share something from your heart, your fault. Your fault because instead of celebrating you, she tries to outshine you. These people aren't happy for you, they're only happy when they're ahead of you. And the truth is, they crave validation so badly that someone else's spotlight feels like theft to them. Like all the spotlight just belongs to them. And being friends with the one upper feels like being in a never ending competition that drains your peace. They can't clap for you because your win reminds them of every loss they've been avoiding. These people don't understand the true friendship isn't a scoreboard. And if they ever support you, it's because they're planning out their next move to outdo you. Girl, don't cut it out. Don't trust them. You're better alone if that's the kind of friends you have. Please. The last but not the least, the gossip girls. These are the people who thrive on chaos. The ones who can't breathe unless they're dissecting someone else's life. Like, oh my god, did you see what Jessica's wearing? She'll say this to me, and I'll be like, oh my god, I'm so special. Like, she's sharing what she feels with me. And then she'll go to Jessica and be like, oh my god, did you see Navya's hair today? So, girl, do not trust them. Do not trust them. They'll sit with you and whisper everyone's secrets, making you feel like you're so special for being trusted. But the truth, you're not special. You're just next. The same mouth that's telling you everyone's business is the same one that's spilling yours the moment you leave the room. At first, they seem fun. They make conversations lively. They always have tea. Who doesn't want tea? They know everything about everyone. But slowly you're realizing, suspicious. They never talk about themselves. Like I know nothing about them. It's always, oh, she did this, she did that. Oh, did you look at her? Like, girl, stop. It's annoying. I'm not in a season of Big Boss. I'm not. I didn't sign up for this. Uh-huh. And their personality, their entire personality revolves around gossiping and judgment because deep down, they don't have much going on for themselves. Their life's not interesting. They are not interesting. They have no skills. They have nothing to talk about, babes. So they are going to talk about everyone around them. But you should not be involved with that person because then they're going to bring you down with them. Okay? And the most dangerous part is that they'll twist your words, add a little spice, and make you the villain in stories you didn't even know existed. And this has happened with me so recently, is why I was like, I'm still making mistakes. These are just the learnings from my mistakes. These types of people exist. And if you're in school, they exist. And if you think it's going to get better, no. I'm in college. They exist. They exist. My mom's my mom's working. They exist. They exist. They exist everywhere. Okay? And then you start shrinking your words, watching what you say, guarding your emotions, because one slip and go, it's public property. These are not friends. They're walking microphones recording your vulnerability. But girlie, the problem isn't just them. It's also about why you keep attracting all of these fake friends. Why? Why? Because they're not going to everyone. They're coming to you. Why? Because energy doesn't lie and friendships are two-sided. As I said in the beginning, friendships are two-sided. You don't meet people by accident. You meet people who reflect the energy you're carrying. So if some predator little fake friend, little people pleaser or one upper sees, oh my gosh, she's so insecure and she doesn't realize her worth, I am going to go and ruin her life, they're going to come and do exactly that. This is why you, you little girl, need to go and realize your worth. Okay? And if your circle is full of people who drain you, betray you, or compete with you, that's not coincidence. That is literally a mirror. Sometimes you attract fake friends not because you deserve less, never less, but because you've been operating from a place of loneliness, overgiving, or wanting to be understood so badly that you start settling for connections that don't actually serve you. Now, let's talk about why are you actually attracting fake friends, okay? Take a deep breath. Let me tell you something you need to hear. If fake friends keep showing up in your life, it's not just bad luck, baby. It's a reflection of energy, boundaries, and unresolved parts of yourself. Fake energy is attracted to unfinished business. Fake energy is attracted to unfinished business. Ants are attracted to leftovers on the street. And that is exactly what that is. That's exactly what that is. Unhealed trauma, insecurities, and emotional gaps, unleft leftover food, are like magnets for people who thrive on draining, manipulating, or overpowering energy. Ants. ants are attracted to leftover food thrown on the ground because no one cares about it. And that is why you should go to therapy. I'm not even like trolling, by the way. You should go to therapy. I know you've heard it before, but I'll say it again. Being your friend is a privilege. And if you don't fully understand what that means, you'll keep letting people in who have no right to occupy your space. Being your friend means showing up for someone with integrity, respect, and honesty. And if someone can't match that energy, honey, they don't belong. Now, let's talk about boundaries. Setting boundaries isn't just about saying no, it's about communicating your value clearly to people around you. Boundaries teach people how to treat you. Without them, you're like an open invitation. People who drain, manipulate, or complete, compete will show up because they can. They can. They sense when you haven't protected your energy. And honey, if you keep tolerating the unacceptable, it's not that people are mean. It's that you're still giving them permission. I mean, they are mean. But what I mean is that what I mean is that you're still allowing them to be around you. You're still emotionally communicating with them. You're still letting them be around you. You're still hanging around them. You're still hanging on them. You're still at that stage where you don't realize how important it is to block them away. And not just like, oh, I'll just go on Instagram and block. No, like block them emotionally. Like, not like take that power away from them. And that is what's important. Here's the harsh truth: if you're attracting fake energy, it's often because you haven't healed your own inner wounds. Trauma isn't just something from the past, it shows up in every interaction, every friendship, every choice you make. Maybe you've been hurt. Maybe you've been rejected. Maybe you've been abandoned. Maybe you've tolerated being put second or ignored your instincts to keep peace. Those unhealed parts are energy gaps that fake friends slide into effortlessly. They're like, I told you, right? They're like little termites. Like, oh, energy gap. Let me just ruin their life. Exactly. That is exactly what they do. They see it and think, perfect. This is someone I can manipulate, compete with, or drain without consequences. Because, girl, if someone like comes and messes over your life, Miss Little Nice here is not going to do anything. She's not going to do anything because she's too nice. She wants to avoid conflict. But no, you need to stand up for yourself and be like, how dare you treat me like that? Or how dare you talk to me like that? Because I am not going to take it. And that is showing up for yourself. And that is knowing yourself and knowing that you need to do this for yourself. Healing yourself changes everything. It teaches you discernment. It teaches you how to recognize energy before words are spoken. It teaches you that not everyone who smiles is safe. Not everyone who's nice is genuine. Kidnappers smile at kids before the kids are kidnapped and never found. So, if that is not the biggest example, I don't know what is. Like, look around, read the news. Healing gives you power to see people clearly and decide who truly belongs in your life. And let me be real with you, if you're still tolerating the people who drain you emotionally or make you question your worth, honey, it's time to check yourself. It's time to check yourself. Because, yes, people like that exist, but why are they existing around you? They can't exist around you, baby. And this links directly back to what I said before. Knowing yourself is non negotiable. You must know your goals, your dreams, your values, and what you bring to the table. You must know your limits, your triggers, and your standards. And when you know yourself this deeply, you automatically filter out people who don't align with that frequency. People who are manipulative, toxic, or draining will simply fall away because they cannot match your energy. Here's the next layer, honey. Sometimes we attract fake friends, not because we're unaware, but because we're people pleasers or afraid of being alone, fitting into the social setting. I did that in college. Yeah, didn't turn out that great. It was a mess. So, we confuse attention for connection. We confuse kindness for friendship. And when you operate from fear of missing out, FOMO, where are my FOMO girlies? I was a big FOMO girly, but that has slowly subsided. Fear of being rejected, fear of being unloved. You unconsciously invite people into your life you don't deserve. You know, these fears like FOMO, fear of being rejected, fear of being unloved, this like it drives you so much subconsciously that you end up like, oh, you're nice to me, you be my friend. Oh, you smiled at me, you be my friend. Like, just everyone be my friend. And everyone's like, oh, yeah, sure. And then they just like mess up your life. Yeah. Because they have the power in your life clearly. Because clearly you don't hold the power in your own life, right? Healing trauma and knowing yourself fixes that. It rewires your brain and your energy. So you start attracting alignment, not chaos. You'll stop tolerating people who gossip about you, one up you, or constantly bring drama. You'll start recognizing the subtle signs of manipulation or insincerity, the fake smiles, the backhanded compliments, the subtle competition. And once you see it, we don't let it stick around. Once we notice it, we don't let it stick around. Like, forget that people pleaser, forget the miss. Oh, I'm so nice. No, you're Miss I own my life, Miss I protect my peace, and Miss I love my mental health. That is what you are. And don't forget, boundaries are not just people outside you, they're about honoring your own needs, emotions, and priorities. Saying no when someone's energy doesn't serve you is not selfish. It's necessary. I know growing up, everyone's like, be nice, be kind, but be kind to yourself first, baby. Be kind to yourself first. Protecting your time, your peace, and your energy is non negotiable. If you want to stop repeating the cycle of fake friends, it's non negotiable. And the last truth I want to hit you with is attracting fake friends is not a reflection of your self worth. It's a reflection of your energy. And when your energy is aligned, your values are clear and your boundaries are unshakable. The wrong people fall away naturally. It's like, okay, my boundary, like if you've set a boundary, okay, and when someone crosses that boundary and you confront them, and instead of uh fixing themselves or being like, okay, I'm gonna try to be better, they get offended because you didn't like that they disrespected your boundary. That's like, bye, I do not need you around, I'm glad you got mad, bye. Like, bye. They can't compete, they can't manipulate, and they sure as hell can't drain you. So why would they stick around? And the right people, they show up organically. People who elevate you, people who protect you, and inspire growth. So ask yourself, are you operating from a place of healed self awareness or old wounds and people pleasing habits? Are you choosing friends because they add value to your life or because they fill a hole that you haven't taken out the time to fix yet, or haven't even recognized yet. Because until you answer that, honestly, the fake ones will keep showing up. But even if they keep showing up, they'll honestly, when fake friends show up for me, I feel like they always teach me something about myself. And while I love that and I appreciate that, I would not want to learn something about myself in that way, because that itself is such a trauma. And so I would rather go to therapy and learn about it like that. And finally, we've laid out all of the fake friend traits and their psyches today. The fake friends, the people pleasers, the gossip girls, the one uppers, the honest friends who aren't really honest. The most important part is why they keep showing up in your life. And we talked about that. We talked about boundaries, healing, trauma, knowing yourself, and the energy you put out into the world. And if you've been listening closely, you already know this. The wrong people only stick around when you haven't fully claimed your value or protected your energy. But don't worry, I got you. Because this isn't just about pointing out what's wrong, it's about teaching you how to rise above it, how to build your circle of real ones, and how to stop tolerating energy that doesn't serve you. And guess what? In the next episode, we're going even deeper. We're going to talk about recognizing your value, how to see it, own it, and defend it in every single relationship in your life. We'll unpack everything we've talked about today and show you exactly how to apply it so that fake energy bounces off and real aligned people start gravitating towards you. So, if you've been feeling drained by friendships, wondering why the same patterns keep repeating, or questioning your worth because someone else didn't see it, honey, the next episode is for you. I'll be giving you straight up, no nonsense advice to finally claim your energy, your boundaries, and your value. So you never have to settle for anything less than what you deserve. So I hope I was able to unscramble a little bit of your scrambled reality. Stay tuned, show up for yourself, and remember, being your friend is a privilege, and if they can't see it, it's their loss. Bye, see you next time.